Hello, everybody. Yes, I am back. I may not be here every day, but I am getting ready to start a few projects, and I thought that I would bring you all along with me as I work on those. But first of all, I'm not actually starting a project today. I just wanted to share my what I have been doing during my absence. The one thing that I have been able to keep up on. Um, I've been partaking in Roxy Creations Journal of Stitchery that Rachel and Sarah have been hosting. And I'll show you the first um, volume, I guess I'd call it. I think that's what they're calling it. Volume 1. Um, this was a vintage book that I made for my cover. I intend to do something more to it. I just haven't. I'm really enjoying slow stitching. I'm not good at it. But I can see the difference between what I've done here and what I've been doing. And I'm just really enjoying their prompts. I'm learning so much, and it's just so relaxing. So anyway, here we go. This was my title page, Journal of Stitchery. I did make an index page, but I put it at the rear of my pages. We did sample pages where they taught us different stitches. As I look back, the one thing that I wish I would have done, I wish I would have used just a like an ecru linen to do this on, but I didn't. But anyway, these are my 2 sample pages. Our first prompt was the background was supposed to be vintage lace, and you had to include a bunny. So I have some lace here, and there's my little bunny. The second prompt was neutral and fancy colors, or fancy flowers. I didn't put mine in order, so that's why I'm flipping back and forth here. So this was my neutral background and my fancy flowers. The third one was reclaimed textiles and butterfly. And these are all vintage quilts that, these pieces here anyway, I had pulled them apart, you know how they're layered. And this is a vintage quilt that I've been using in a lot of projects. I just love it, and I still have some of it left, not a whole lot, but so that was my butterflies. And then the next prompt, actually, after I did this, was you needed to use quilt for the background and a country cottage. So that was my country cottage, and I used my favorite quilt. It's the same quilt that I used there, but a bigger piece as my background. And then it was your favorite color and a bird. My favorite color is blue, even though I find that in my crafting, I very seldom go to it, as silly as that sounds. And the last prompt was painted or dyed background and a heart. So that was my first volume of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. And this is what we've done so far. It's Christmas themed if you want it to be. They give you 2 prompts a month now, plus an element, and they also give the option, if you're not following the Christmas theme, of what you can do. So I haven't stitched these together or put them in book format, but I decided that I'm doing my pages this time different sizes to make it more like a journal as you go through. You know, not all the pages are the same size. So the first month was a reindeer. That's my reindeer. Then the second prompt, I think, was the wreath. So I've made the fronts and backs as we go along, like each month. This was, when did we start this? July? August? Yeah, I think July is when the second volume came out. So like in July, we were given 2 prompts. One the first Wednesday of the month, and the second one like the third Wednesday of the month. So those were those 2. Plus they give you an element. The element was a tag. So I made this tag. I'm not sure where I'm going to hook it yet. Somewhere. But that was that. Then it was, you can see I went up in size from here to here. It was a Christmas tree. And I need to make my element yet for this. It's either a tab or a cluster. And I've just had that hooked there as a reminder. But that was my Christmas tree. Then it was a Christmas village. That was my Christmas village. I want to put this back here because that's my reminder. I still need to make that element for that. Then it was a snowman and a pocket. So my pocket, I decided, like I made this narrow, as you can see, not knowing what my next prompt was going to be, but I thought I would make a pocket in between the back and this. So the next prompt was a nutcracker. My pocket is going to be here, you know, once this is all stitched together. And then I just made this tag. It wasn't like the pocket was the element for that month. But mushroom was like the alternative if you weren't following along with the Christmas theme. They're going sort of wintry theme as an option. So I made a mushroom tag to stick in my pocket. So that was that. The last one we just did was gingerbread house. So that's my gingerbread house. The element is an envelope. So I'm going to attach, this is my envelope, that's the back of it, that's the front of it. I'm going to attach my envelope as a flip. And then I went ahead and on the inside of my envelope, I made a basic envelope, as you can see, just a square. I made a little gingerbread man to go inside my pocket to go along with my gingerbread house. And the funny thing is, I had gone to Joann Fabrics. I had gone for something, and I started looking at fabrics. And this was a week ago last Monday. I was there, and I saw this gingerbread fabric, and I'm like, I'm going to get a little bit of that because it's, you know, becoming the Christmas season for journals and all, and I just found it really cute. So I bought that gingerbread fabric and on a Monday, and then on Wednesday the prompt came out, which was a gingerbread house, and I was like, oh, I have gingerbread gingerbread fabric, so I used it for my envelope. But I'll be using it, I think, in another project I'm going to be doing, not related to this, maybe. But that's where we are so far. And the prompt came out last Wednesday. And for once, I have everything done. I'm usually like next week when the prompt comes out, I'm usually finishing the first, you know, the first block or whatever. So I just really enjoyed this. I spent a lot of time on it, but I really enjoyed it. So that's what I have been doing. The one thing craft-wise that I've been staying up on is this. And I've really enjoyed it because I can do it in the evening, you know what I mean, watching TV or whatever. But I am going to start my journal making. I am going to do that. I'm going to start a project. I was inspired actually by Ruby and Pearl XO, watching YouTube videos, and I know I'm going to do one project which I'll probably start with you guys, and then there's a couple different Christmas journals that I want to make, a couple different different styles, if you will. So I'm going to be starting that, and then at some point I need to start figuring out how I'm going to make all of this work together, and what book I'm going to use, or if I'm going to make a journal to house this project. But I thought I could start because I know I'm going to have to use some. Oh, my mind is not there. I'm going to have to hook these together so that when I sew them into the book or into the spine, I have something to sew them on. And you know what I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the word. I'm just gonna, this is a misprint, just gonna use this. That was horrible. You know, I can't think of the word. Some way I'm going to make a little one of these. I think I'm going to try to put it in the center so it's not as noticeable. But then this can hook into the center of this spine, like a little, I guess, spine or whatever. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I don't know the word, but anyway, where I hook these together, and then when I sew them into the book, I have something to stitch them onto. You know what I mean? It's probably not making sense, but anyway, I have to figure all that out, how I want my pages, you know. I haven't made I'm going to make a title page too, I think. But anyway, I got to work all that out. All the details. Hinge. This is a hinge. It's been a while. All right. So that's what I've been up to. I want to thank you all for stopping by. And I will be back very soon as I start these projects. I hope that you all join me if you can. And hope everyone has been well. Your families have been well. And I'll see you real soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.